Hi everyone, and welcome to my unboxing of General Orders Sengoku. I picked this up for a couple of reasons. One is that it's designed by David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin, and I've enjoyed their games immensely. And I'm always looking for new games that I can play with people in my family and friends who don't normally play war games. So a good level of introductory games, and this seemed an ideal candidate for that. So I bought a copy. It's not very expensive. As you can see, it's quite a small box, but great things come in small packages. So I'm quite keen to open it up and see what you get inside. So we got the shrink wrap off. I really do like the cover art. In fact, the whole graphic design of the cover I really like. It's quite atmospheric, quite thematic, quite moody and foreboding. If we have a look at the back of the box here, a tense two-player game combining wargaming with the cutthroat decision making of a worker placement game. Now, I will be honest, as you can probably tell from the name of my channel, I play nearly exclusively war games. I don't play a lot of worker placement type games, I will be honest. So I'm quite intrigued by the mechanics of that to see how that combines with war games. I know a lot of people play a lot of worker placement games. It's not for any other reason. I kind of don't know where to start with them. And when I buy games, I'm going to buy war games, I will be honest with you. But I am interested to see how those mechanics sort of combine. 14 plus 30 minutes. Another reason I picked this game up was that I'm always looking for, as I said, introductory level war games or games that I can play with my family and friends. And 30 minutes is great. I find that as kind of basically a game that you can play under an hour. For me, in my family, works really, really well. It's a two-player game. So I will be playing this over the next couple of weeks, probably with my older kids, I think. And probably roping my wife to play a couple of games as well. It is competing feudal lords against each other in a fight for control over crucial battlefields in the 16th century Japan. I've done a little bit of history reading on this part of Japanese history. Not extensive, not compared to some of the other periods of history that I study, but I've probably got like half a dozen or 10 books on this period of history. I find it really interesting. So next, let's have a look and see what you actually get inside the box. So here we go. Let's just move the cover out of the way. We've got our rule book, which looks very nice. Just going to move that completely out of the way. We'll have a closer look at that in a second. We've got some counters, very thematic, lovely art, nicely laid out, looks very clear. As I always say, I do wear reading glasses when playing games, so readability is really key for me. This looks like a player aid of some description, very nicely laid out. Really thematic artwork, really clear, really nice graphic design. That's awesome. That looks great. Then we've got our map, which is a fold-out mounted map. I'm just going to press it there. I'm getting a little bit of flare from the light. In fact, I'll probably move it for the next stage and we'll have another look at that. But so it's bleaching out some of the colours. But the colouring, very clear definition of all the hexes, very clear readability of all the gameplay components. That looks great. And back to the box. Let's move the map out of the way. Sheet of paper. We've got a bag of wooden counters, markers, etc. No doubt I shall be reading all about these as to what these do. Another bag, the same. Then we have, I do also like neat touches like the inlay, very thematic with the historical period. Deck of cards, we'll have a look at those. And some dice. So you get quite a lot in a small game, which is great. So I'm going to move the light a little bit and we'll have another look at the map and the rulebook, I think. Right, so I've moved my light. I'm actually bouncing the light from the ceiling, so it's a bit better representation, I feel, of the art. It's still bleaching out a little bit, so the actual finished art's a bit more defined maybe than what you're seeing on the video. But the graphic style of the map is absolutely lovely. It's very thematic, really beautifully done, nicely laid out. It is a mounted map, as I mentioned, and it's double-sided as well. So I shall no doubt find out as to how the rules work when I go through the rule book. But both sides, beautiful art, beautifully laid out, really clear graphic language, graphic design, absolutely fantastic. Really nice quality. To be fair, everything that I've bought from Osprey Games has always been very high quality in terms of the components. So here's our rule book. Got a little bit of background on the historical period. And a description of all the components and setup. Nicely laid out, nice big font, very readable. Even with a smaller format rulebook, you know, from playing a lot of war games, I'm quite used to much larger format rulebooks than this. But I can clearly make out all, you know, it's very readable. Got some examples of play. Nice examples of what all the components mean and how to read the map. Beautiful, again, really atmospheric, really thematic to the historical period, which I really appreciate. I'm not going to go through every single page, but you get a really nice idea. And there's, because it's one of the advantages probably of this smaller physical form of a rulebook is that each page has got a couple of points on it. So it makes it very digestible, which I think is important. You know, especially coming from wargaming, maybe worker placement games are a bit different, but wargaming, a lot of rulebooks can be quite text heavy with massive blocks of text. But having them broken down this way makes it much more digestible, I believe. Certainly for me. Really, really nicely laid out, really cool, evocative designs and artwork. It's absolutely, yeah, really nice. Really, really good. People that were involved in the graphic design and illustrations, absolutely excellent job. Really good. So I think next we'll just have a final look at maybe some of the cards. So looking at the cards, again, very nicely laid out. I'm not going to go through necessarily every single one. I'm just going to pick some at random. Really nice illustrations. I love the artwork. Incredibly atmospheric. Really nicely done. Very clear readability of the cards. The beautiful designs on the back of the cards, or the front of the cards, but that's where you look at it, I suppose. Yeah, the art's absolutely fantastic. I have one of my kids is big into sort of Japanese history and samurai and that kind of thing. They're going to love this, which is very cool. And you get, as you can see, you get some, you know, obviously down to the gameplay, you get numerous of the same card. Really cool, like really well laid out, and at the same time really very functional and readable, but also really evocative of the time period, which is very cool. And we've got a shore strike and ship strike, so that's cool. Counter attacks. I mean, the cards are really, really good. I really like these. Great job on these. They are absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to getting this to the table. They're absolutely great. Now everything looks absolutely great. The graphic design, the language, all the artistry in the game, all the components looks top-notch quality as you'd expect from Osprey Games. And like I said, every game I've got from that publishers has always been really, really good in terms of the quality. I'm really looking forward to getting the game to the table. I've already started roping in some of my kids, and I've shown them actually the game components, and they're like, "Oh, that looks great, Dad." I'm looking forward to playing. So I will go away and play a whole bunch of games with a bunch of different people. I'm not sure if it's suitable for playing solo. It is, describing itself as a 2-player game, so that's exactly where I'll be starting. And then what I'll do a full review. Now, if you've played the game, I'd love to hear your comments in the comments section. And thanks a lot for watching, as always. And thank you.